going on, Thumbthumbs? This is Swamperts 2 bringing you guys week 2 team builder for the PGL Season 1. The Salt Lake City Swamperts are jumping into the season against the Calgary Infernapes, Coach Aaron. So if you guys are excited for the team builder as I break down Aaron 2420's team and what I think he'll be bringing and what I'm bringing for the reason I am, definitely leave a like down below. If you are new here, joining the PGL crew, definitely subscribe as I try and post Pokemon content like this all the time. I will say though, a little bit nervous about going into this specific battle, only because I am using the original team that was that I did pick up from Gearhart and the Seattle Star Raptors. So my trades have not gone into effect yet. So I'm working with the team that was given to me. So definitely the biggest mon I wish I had this week was probably Kamo. I think I said that in the draft recap. Or draft analysis, I should say, just to be able to stop that Mega Gardevoir. It would have been wonderful to have Kamo here, but that's besides the point. Let me go ahead and break down Aaron's team. This is just going in alphabetical order. This wasn't in the order he drafted. This is just how I see it on the PGL website. So starting up front, he's got Blissey, wonderful, wonderful special defensive and physically defensive wall to the for the most part. Can eat any special hit for days. Has access to rocks, counter. Toxic, Heal Bell, Soft Boil. This thing can really stall out any team, but it also can be extreme setup fodder. So if he does bring it, I definitely hope that I can work my way around it, because it is one of the more defensive walls that will be hard for me to get around. However, I do believe I do have the right mons to take it down, especially if it does not carry Heal Bell, because the way you really break down a lot of those big, hefty walls is to just Toxic them down and let toxic damage rack up. Up next is going to be Crabominal, which is very, very interesting. Crabominal, wonderful open Z Crystal user, works wonderfully in Trick Room, which pairs really good with the Mega Choice that he has right next, which I'll talk about just a second. But Crabominal, huge offensive threat. Not the fastest mon, unfortunately, so he could definitely want to try and run this thing. Assault Vest or even Scarf are the two big things that really pop up in my head. But Ice Hammer, I think, is the name of the move. Close Combat, things like that. ICMC, Fightinium Z are really powerful on it as well. But if it's able to get in Trick Room, it honestly just destroys our team, unfortunately. It's not something I really enjoy saying. But as far as the rest of my team goes, as it is right now, he might honestly just go ahead and bring it. But you never know. You never know. Because, like I said, pairing it up with this next Pokemon, Mega Gardevoir. Pokemon I know all too well. If you've seen anything on my channel when I talk about Megas, I love Mega Gardevoir. I won Season 2 LDL championships with it. And it's just a powerful Mega. It's absolutely a powerful Mega. Even after the Pixelate kind of, what was it? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The, nerf. There we go. The Pixelate nerf. Made it 1.2 instead of 1.3. This thing still hits absolutely powerful. It has access to Hyper Voice to get behind subs, and it's a stab fairy type move at that point. You got access to Psychic or Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, I believe Energy Ball as well. It can be a Wish user. What is going on with my computer? I lagged there for a second, and I have no idea why. Very weird. I think my computer had a stroke. Hopefully that... Yeah, that was really weird. Anyway, alongside that, Wish user, another Heal Bell user, which is really, really crazy. Healing Wish user as well, kind of like our Gardevoir, just more bulky and a lot more faster. It's base 100, which is a solid base for it to be at. All in all, just a threatening wall breaking mon. Hopefully we'll be able to get around it, because I definitely do see this thing coming. Up next is Heliolisk. Heliolisk is a very cool fast electric normal type, in the fact that it can get access to 3 wonderful weather abilities with Dry Skin. Let's see, Dry Skin I know is one for solar power, and there was another one. So there's one for rain, one for sun, and one for sand. So all in all, really cool mon. Base 109 speed, can hit very, very hard if it's Life Orb or Specs. Can Volt Switch around, really hurt your team. Being at base 109, it definitely has the advantage on a lot of different base 100s and below. and does get access to a stab hyper voice alongside stab fairy hyper voice with Mega Gardevoir. So very, very powerful combo with those two. Just fast hyper voice users just honestly just can weather down teams if you're not careful. Up next is Klefki. Klefki is a Fairy Steel type, a very interesting Pokemon that I personally don't enjoy dealing with, just because the fact that it gets access to Prankster and it gets so much Prankster shenanigans. I mean, it has Prankster Thunderwave, Prankster Toxic, Prankster Defog now, Prankster Spikes, Prankster Screens, Prankster Magnet Rise if you want to try and hit it with a ground type move. It's seriously aggravating to deal with Klefki, and I don't know, just Klefki's always not fun to deal with, and if he does bring it, I definitely see him bringing Screens against me or even Spikes. Prefer probably both knowing Aaron, but if he does, I will have to become a lot more offensive with my playstyle, which is something I feel like I didn't do as much this week, just because, like I said, it's a team I'm not used to yet. It's a team I'm not wanting, so definitely interesting. Mon to look out for. I do see him bringing it, though. I do see him bringing it. Up next is Lurantis. Lurantis, oh boy. You guys saw the battle against Blazing Squid a couple weeks back for LDL. Lurantis can be absolutely scary. That superpower, contrary said, giving it that +1 attack, +1 defense instead of minus attack, minus defense, is absolutely threatening alongside having synthesis and toxic to wear down mons and stuff like that, and knockoff, just an all-around offensive threat. It can also be more so defensively if you want it to be so, but very, very powerful mon, very scary mon, and definitely a wonderful grass type to have hiding in the back. Up next is Lycanroc Dusk, who I currently have on LDL. Season 7 right now. Love Lycanroc Dusk, base 110 speed, wonderful attack set, has access to the ability Tough Claws, so it'll boost stuff like Drill Run, making it more powerful than Earthquake. I know this mon very well. If anything, the way I saw him use it last week was the Stealth Rocks, Focus Sash Endeavor set, which is what I actually ironically brought to my battle against Arthur, the Lazy Ghost. Shout out to Marty. But yeah, if he does bring that set again, I definitely have to be careful, because if there is an Endeavor Cell Rock just knocks me out. It's faster than everything on my team outside of Rain, if I'm not mistaken. Besides the Tornadus, and even then, if it's banded a Cell Rock, it takes us out in one shot, unless I'm like max defensive bulky, which is stupid in the long run. But you know, it's how it is. It's how it is. He has a lot of amazing bulk and a lot of powerful priority on his team, that's for sure. Up next is Nidoqueen. Speaking of power, Nidoqueen is something that hits hard with that sheer force ability. Gets access to rocks, toxic spikes. Can also, like I said, sheer force, giving it that extra power boost. It has a huge moveset, physical or special. It is the bulkier of the two between that and Nidoking. However, that doesn't mean Nidoqueen can't really put in the hurt on. Base 86 speed, if I'm not mistaken. Throw out a Choice Scarf on that thing. It could honestly put the hurt down. I know I've seen Nidoking from me do it in LDL. So, finding out what set this thing is will be very priority number 1, if you ask me. Just because Nidoqueen can do so much, and there is a 100% chance, I do believe, that it will be brought. Up next is Salamence. Salamence paired with Mega Gardevoir. That's the same. I did the same thing for LDL Season 2 when I won. Salamence is so awesome. Intimidate, Moxie. Two amazing abilities. Intimidate, of course, minusing my attack by 1. Moxie giving it an attack boost every time it gets a kill. So any +1 speed. Any Choice Scarf set, would be wonderful. It could also get access to Dragon Dance. There's also bulky sets you can run with it, with Roost. Things like Shadow Claw exist, Iron Tail, Aqua Tail, Crunch, Flamethrower, Fire Fang. Like, this thing has a lot of interesting moves. So, I do have to definitely use... I do feel like I definitely have to play around Salamence for sure. Kind of like Nidoqueen in the sense that I have to figure out what set it is. If it is Dragon Dance, we could be in a bit of trouble. Not gonna lie, because I don't have a lot of speed on my team right now, as far as what I prepped for. So here's hoping for the best, and we're gonna plan for the worst. Up next is Suicune, another huge bulky threat. That paired alongside the Blissey is actually quite phenomenal. I'm not going to lie, it's a good combo. Very nice combo there. While Blissey can eat any special hit, Suicune can honestly handle any physical hit for days. You can usually see this thing either Resto Chesto, Calm Mind, and with pressure as well. Pressure stall is real with Suicune, so I definitely have to be careful with how I use my moves, especially just moves that don't have that high end PP. And last but not least, let's round it up with Weavile, because why not? Weavile is the biggest threat on his team, I honestly feel. Having base 125 speed, outspeeds everything on our team. He can run it Life Orb, he can run it Banded, he can run it Sash, he can run it many different ways. I honestly do see the Banded set coming because he doesn't need to worry about the speed unless I have a Scarfer, but the things that can actually reach that kind of speed to hurt it get bopped with Ice Shard and stuff like that. So Ice Shard, Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Poison Jab, Low Kick, like seriously, this thing is so incredible. I had it in a previous season of LEL, so I know exactly what it can do. However, I will say Icicle Crashes do come very, very often, more so than not when you really need them, so I'm not saying I'm banking on it. It's just going to be interesting to see what set he decides to do with Weavile, if it will be Life Orb or not. But like I said, as far as his team, I definitely see Weavile, Suicune, Nidoqueen, the Mega Gardevoir, the Blissey, and the Sixmon can be thrown up, honestly, between the rest of them. Salamence, like I said, is such a huge threat. I couldn't imagine him not bringing it, but then the priority alongside Lycanroc Dusk is there, the potential to set up screens and spikes with Klefki, the Volt switching around with Heliolisk is there, the contrary power with Lurantis, and then on top of that, you know what, Lurantis actually makes a lot of sense against my team just because of the water ground types and the water types, so I definitely see actually Lurantis sticking in that 6th spot. So yeah, that's my thought. Let's go ahead and jump into our team. First mon I decided to bring with the team that we have right now. I do realize that this mon can honestly 2-shot and then begin to 1-shot everything as soon as we get at least 1 kill. So we're gonna go ahead and bring our Kartana Assault Vest set, just because I didn't know what other item to put on it. It really wasn't necessary for me to put any other item, and with this it allows us to handle things like Mega Gardevoir and Volt Switch's Dark Pulse's Hyper Voices from Heliolisk if he decides to bring it a little bit better. But this moveset completely destroys his team. You got Leaf Blade, which 2-shots the Suicune. It can easily handle, if not 1-shot, the Heliolisk. It can 1-shot the Lycanroc. Smart Strike handles the Crabominable. It handles the Mega Gardevoir. It handles the Weavile. It 2-shots I think it was a fully especially defensive 252 HP Klefki, and then a Sacred Sword for Blissey. I believe it 2-shots. Yeah, I believe it 2-shots max defense. Bold Blissey. Can also help with Heliolisk as well. Hits the Lurantis pretty hard. The main thing standing in the way right now is going to be that Nidoqueen, but I do have Psycho Cut, and depending on its build, if it's more bulky, if it's more offensive, I should be able to 2-shot it. So this thing honestly just destroys. If I get a Beast Boost or 2 up, we can honestly lay waste to his team. Of course, having Weavile there is very problematic. Is max speed, max attack. So because of that, give me 1 second. Sorry, I thought I was being called there. But because of that, we are speed tied with the Heliolisk, so there is that. So we will, if that situation does come, if Heliolisk isn't Scarf, we might have to risk a speed tie. Hope that's not the case, but no, this Kartana set is actually very, very powerful. And I believe it will be our way to win the match late game. But before that, we have to break down his team and stuff, and the way to I feel that we can do that is slow but steady. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring Sugar Plum, our Gardevoir, a Trace Scarf set with Trace. Trace just will allow us to honestly do a lot, if you ask me. trace with Pixelate with the Mega Gardevoir would actually kind of be cool. It would do nothing, but it would be kind of cool. From there, you have stuff like being able to trace Sheer Force on the Nidoqueen, which I think would be really awesome, especially with stuff like Moonblast and Psyshock. Then you have Thunderbolt, just to hit the Suicune if we are in that type of situation. But Psyshock really handles a lot of different things as far as the Crabominable, the Nidoqueen, like I said, and then Moonblast kind of decimates a lot of other things. The Salamence, the Weavile, the Lurantis, I believe, as well, can't take a lot of Moonblasts. And then Trick. Trick is mainly there if I find myself in a situation to cripple the Blissey or cripple a Mon wanting to set up like Suicune with Calm Mind. I can go ahead and do that instead of having to deal with the stress of a setup Mon. So there's that. Really hope that this set comes through. I have faith in Gardevoir going up against its Mega counterpart, so let's go Sugar Plum. Let's go Sugar Plum. Alright, up next, you guys, I am going to be bringing Savali this week. Savali Steel type. Steel, I feel like, is the best fit to combat his team. Of course, there's things like Earth Power from Nidoqueen, as well as Focus Blast from Mega Gardevoir, but this is a fully specially defensive set, surprisingly, just so you can go ahead and live one, and this is seriously to break through those threats there. We can live a couple of other hits, just not on the physical side, unfortunately. But Flash Cannon, Flamethrower really hits pretty much everything on his team. I got Toxic on there to get other things outside of the things Savali can hit, like the Blissey, of course. And then Parting Shot. Parting Shot is so huge for us this week, just because we'll be able to switch out. It's like it was some sense of a Volt Turn. But at the same time, we minus my opponent's attack and special attack by one stage. So it just helps. It really does help. And like I said, I've always wanted to use Savali. It sucks that I'm going to be trading it, but you know what? Hopefully this week it will bring us the luck. Up next is going to be Miltank, our 2% coming in. Very, very standard, if you ask me. I just needed a lot of good bulk in handling that Weavile for sure. Low Kick is an obvious thing there. Vitanium Z Low Kick, or what was it? Vitanium Z Dynamic Punch, I think it gets. Body Slam, just for a standard, it hits everything. Getting a para off would be awesome, especially on the Weavile, especially on the Gardevoir. Are you kidding me? To get a Paralyze on the Gardevoir would be phenomenal. Then Heal Bell, just so any of our Mons don't get Toxic or Paralyzed or any other kind of bogus status from the Klefki. Milk Drink, just for 2% on longevity, and then Stealth Rock. Just Stealth Rock will definitely help break a lot of different sashes and stuff. And let's see, if I'm not mistaken, Weavile and Salamence both take 25%, and then everyone takes neutral and lower. So yeah, any good chip damage on Salamence and Weavile is huge. We could potentially break any sashes for Weavile. So it's just something I threw in last minute, and I'm really liking it right now. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at the team on the screen, I'm really liking the rocks. My cat is going nuts right now. What are you doing, child? She's chasing her tail and falling down the stairs. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, that just threw me. Just a complete curveball. Up next, you guys, is going to be Torzondas, our Tornadus Therian. Holding the Vitanium Z, I really like this set. Usually you don't see Tornadus really taking such a really nice offensive threat on the team. It's more so used as a defog U-turner, kind of in between hard hitter with Regenerator. But no, not this week. I'm really wanting to use it really efficiently and really out there. I did debate on this set quite a bit, though. This was one of those sets that took me the longest to put together. But definitely have a U-turn on there, just to be able to switch out. That speed definitely helps us out. I have Psychic on there to hit the Nidoqueen, hit the Crabominable, just hit a lot of different things unexpectedly. I have Superpower with the Vitanium Z, who should be able to do a one-shot a Blissey from full, no matter what, so, and then we can turn around and fire up another Superpower with anything else. I believe I have enough HP on this thing to live one Ice Shard from a non-banded Weavile, and enough to live a Jolly Cell Rock Life Orb from a Lycanroc. I believe. I'm not sure if it's Life Orb with that last one. We'll have to see. Then I have, and like I said, Superpower just hits so many different things besides the Mega Gardevoir, but then I have Psychic for the Nidoqueen. Superpower really just hits everything wonderfully. And then I have Knockoff just to get rid of some items in case people want to think of in case Aaron thinks of switching around. So yeah, very different set. I'm excited to use it. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully I'll be able to fight TMZ something here. Other than that, the thing I really debated with this thing is if I wanted to be Steelium-Z with Iron Tail, because that helps me with the Weavile as well, helps me with Lycanroc, helps me hit one-shot the Mega Gardevoir unless it's bulky. Just Blissey was standing in the way. Blissey could honestly just come in and eat that hit up all day, and it wasn't able to do enough for me to turn around and then just click Superpower right after. So I opted out and just went for the Titanium-Z to guarantee the kill on the Blissey, because I do see it as just a huge wall and a huge threat for our team. Surprisingly, no Hurricane. Hurricane was on this set as well. Had a lot of different things, but I just didn't want to bank the potential... What's it called? The potential miss. Because as you guys have noticed, I'm not bringing Rain. I'm hoping that he overpreps for Rain. I'm hoping he overpreps for Rain, because I'm not bringing Rain. And last but not least on our team, I just wanted another wall. I needed something else to start to wear down everything else, and something to guarantee that Suicune gets killed. I went ahead and we are going to go ahead and bring Nuptup, our Vileplume. Nuptup with the Black Sludge, max defense set. It's a weird set. I wasn't happy with this set. I'm not gonna lie. Vileplume is still, I'm warming up to, trying to figure out what movesets it gets and what moves it gets incompatible with previous gens and Ultra Sun and Moon with Strength Sap. So it's whatever. So max defense, it helps us with the Lurantis, helps us with the Suicune. We can eat at least one good hit from the Weavile unless we've taken damage, and we stop the Crabominable in its place unless it goes for Ice Hammer. I believe I have enough speed to... oh wait, no, I don't have any speed at all. Never mind. So hopefully we can just like bulk a close combat from it or something. Of course, we don't want to take too many Ice type hits or even Ground type hits. But I like it. We got Giga Drain, just to get some health back from things. A Sludge Bomb. It's a couple different things out there. Leech Seed would probably be my go-to move more so than not, because it helps not only Vileplume get health back, but also other Pokemon. And then Toxic. We guarantee the Toxic every single time with this thing. And so I just really want to try and wear down his team so Kartana can come and get the knockout. So that's how it goes. Stealth Rocks and Toxic will be the plan. Let me know what you guys think about the team down below as I go ahead and get ready to battle Aaron. It's actually 8 minutes before we're supposed to link up, so fingers crossed, you guys. Fingers crossed. PGL is looking to be an exciting year. Both Jetman and Blazing Squid are doing well so far, so I'm hoping I can represent as well. So nerves are high. But if you guys have liked this battle, definitely leave a like down below. If you're new here, subscribe. But I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Thumbbrother2, and I'll see you in the next one.